So, this is a game I didn't think that I was ever coming back to, considering it has been over a year since the last time that I played this game. This game came out March of 2022. It is currently the middle of June 2023, and just today, they released version 1.1, which apparently includes a new story chapter if you've completed the Sarah Noah route, which we did, like, way back when. And, this might be a nice break from things, considering, in terms of strategy games, Fire Emblem Engage has kind of been stressing me the heck out with its DLC lately. In terms of the HD2D series, Octopath Traveler 2, I'm now done with the 8 Traveler stories, and I'm just kind of stuck in grinding hell as I prepare for the, end game and final boss. And, I really, really like Triangle Strategy. I had a lot of fun with this game. I didn't think that it was perfect by any means, but I really, really enjoyed this game. It's definitely one of those playthroughs and adventures that I look back on fondly on this channel. Mostly for the way that it handled such a political story. Like, I feel like a lot of people getting into a game like this would probably find it kind of boring, like the long cutscenes. You're basically watching a visual novel with a bonus game in the mix there. But it was honestly just really, really fascinating, mostly with all the different character motivations and how realistic it was, like, even in a fantasy world, like, where there's magic and, it's a medieval kind of fantasy magic kind of world, one of those kinds of things. And yet, despite that, it feels very rooted in reality in terms of, the way people act, and I found that really, really cool. I quite enjoyed it. The following updates have been made. Yeah, today, over a year since it came out, there have not been updates coming out to this game since launch, at least as far as I'm aware. Like, maybe a few little patches shortly after it came out. But I don't recall hearing anything about this game getting patched, like, any time in the last year-ish. And then just out of nowhere, as I'm browsing around online, I see that Nintendo made a tweet being like, oh, there's a new update for Triangle Strategy that added the ability for you to replay story battles. You can replay character stories, and there's a new extra chapter. What? Yeah, what? So, I'm very surprised. Like, it makes me wonder if, maybe the developers that worked on this, maybe they just didn't have any other work for a little while. Maybe the next project was still in pre-production, and they were like, oh, to keep you busy, how about you work a little bit more on Triangle Strategy, make this bonus chapter and, like, these other features, make our video game better. Which, I'm down for, updates that make the game better and free content like this, but it's still very surprising and, out of the blue. Also, it was funny, the replies on that, on that tweet from Nintendo was most people replying being like, huh? What's that video game? What? Because, it's been out for over a year now. It hasn't exactly been showcased to the mainstream for a little while now. I'm gonna need to remember how to even play this game. It's been a little while. And I heard that, yeah, it is just here. I looked up how to get the extra chapter. Apparently, it's just available on the main menu after you've done the Sarah Noah route. First, hold on, I want to try loading game. I think, was this what I was on? Very easy. What? Where was my, autosave? Here's my, this one has 62 hours. So is that my, this one has 41 hours. Oh man, I forgot how amazing the music was. So it's probably this one. I just want to have a look-see at this, replaying chapter thingamabob. Wait, this one is also... Oh, I think it's because you can change your difficulty freely. And I was going through some of the chapters over again on my own time, just on the off chance that I wanted to try the other routes, since you couldn't exactly replay, chapters freely before that point. So I just want to see here. Is it just, like, at the tavern or something? Not the tavern, I'm thinking Octopath Traveler 2. But is it just over here, where you can did pretty well for itself too? I have no idea where I am at the story in this. Story battles. Yeah. Because it makes me wonder. Maybe not. I was just wondering if you could see, like, see the paths that you've done. And choose to, like, replay from right before it splits. And then you can go down the other path instead of having to do, like, a fresh playthrough all the way from the beginning. That would have been really cool. But I guess it's just the battles. Which, hey, it is cool that you can replay the battles. So if ever I want to, replay the final boss for the fun of it, I can do that instead of having to, like, start a save from the beginning. But I guess you still have to restart a save from the beginning if you want to try, like, the different route splits and stuff. Oh, well. It's definitely an improvement, but it could have been better. I guess we'll return to title. So it was a good thing that we did the Sarah Noah route. I don't really need to save. I don't really need to. Hello, Guzma. I forget, did you ever play Triangle Strategy? Turn to tail screen. No, I don't want to save. But how's it going today? Yeah, so good thing we did the Sarah Noah route, because that unlocks the extra chapter, which I have no idea what this is. I just saw a post that there's an extra chapter in this game now. So I guess we'll see what it is. Is it going to be like some visual novel? Is it going to be really chill and this is going to be like a really short stream today? You have not. Well, it's a good game. I would highly recommend. And they just randomly, over a year later, released this batch of, patch plus some more content out of nowhere. Extra chapter depicts scenes not included in the main game that unfold right before Sarah and Frederica's wedding. You will not be able to save while playing this chapter. Oh, okay. There's a new secret boss and it's Galdera. Imagine. Yeah, this is another HD 2D game. Imagine, over a year after this game came out, they just patched in Galdera. Imagine how crazy that'd be. I mean, Octopath Traveler 2 has released since then. Did you activate the wildfire traps when defending Wolf 4? Oh, so the extra chapter can be different depending on that? I actually did not. I did not activate the wildfire traps because wait, when defending Wolf 4. Not, wait, but it was both defending Wolf Fort. Because I was about to say, for the Sarah Noah route, you need to not activate the wildfire traps the first time around. But then in Benedict's chapter, I think I did. I mean, I guess this is just going to show how it depicts the place then. There was no way I was beating Benedict's chapter without burning down those houses. Yeah, I remember the, I remember the jokes then for sure. So I guess I'll hit yes and... Wolf Fort will be kind of destroyed.
War consumed Norzalia as its three powers, the Kingdom of Glenbrook, the Duchy of Esfrost, and the Holy State of Hyzant, contended for the realm's salt.
How do you auto-advance in this game? Again, I know how you do it in Octopath Traveler 2. No, it's not the R button. Oh, no, it's not that. Do I actually have to press A? Oh, it's ZR. Okay.
The violent chapter of the realm's history that began with the discovery of salt crystals was brought to an end. The world, united under the rule of King Roland of Glenbrook, took its first steps toward a bright new era. And on one peaceful day, a group of stalwart allies gathered at long last for a wedding.
It's so weird that they patched this in over a year later. What? Yeah, I assume they just had some devs around that had some time and they didn't have a project for, so they're like, hey, get back to it. And it's still fully voice acted and stuff, so brought the voice actors back on.
Lord Sarah Noah, Lady Frederica would like a few words with you before the ceremony.
Good morning, Frederica. I look forward to the ceremony today.
Man, this is so weird after all the Octopath Traveler 2 I've been playing.
Did you sleep well last night?
Truth be told, I did not. And yourself?
Unfortunately, I couldn't seem to calm my nerves.
Well now, it's not every day you see the heads of House Wolfort looking so ill at ease. I must agree, Roland. I can scarcely recall the last time I felt so nervous.
Though I am happy that this day has finally come, I am even more anxious than when facing an army.
Is that so? I must admit, even I'm beginning to feel on edge now.
Understandably so. The significance of being united with the one you love far outweighs any battle.
You are right, Benedict. As always.
'Tis also far more joyous.
Frederica, there is something I must tell you before the ceremony.
What is it?
It's about my lineage. You see...
I had no idea. So that means that you and Roland are...
They were the last words of Lord Simon, and a secret that shall never leave this room.
I apologize for telling you now, but I wanted you to know the truth before we wed. As did I.
I thank you for confiding in me. But knowing Serenoa's lineage changes nothing. Because I love you for who you are, and not where you came from.
As I love you, Frederica. Thank you. Allow me to share in this glorious day with a vow. I swear to be a king worthy of your trust.
Lord Simon, Lady Destra, King Regna, if only you were here to see this.
Pardon the intrusion, but it is time for Lady Frederica to get changed.
But of course, I cannot thank you enough, Jerome. If it weren't for you and the others in the village, I would not be able to wear a traditional Rosellan gown on my wedding day.
It is our pleasure. Please, let me thank you in return for the honor of officiating the ceremony.
An honor well deserved. After all, it was your faith in House Wolfort that brought us to where we are today.
The Roselle are part of our family. As House Wolfort is a part of ours, we shall be ever at your side.
There you are, Your Majesty. The bride and groom are very busy and ought not to be bothered.
Fun fact, I'm fairly certain Huette here has the same voice actor as Throne from Octopath Traveler 2 that we've been playing recently.
I am bothering you.
Far from it, Roland.
Indeed. Being in your company puts me at ease.
It seems you two have returned to your usual selves. Shall we make for the ceremony now?
Have you come to tell me something, Huette?
Yes, my lord. Lady Cordelia asked me to summon you.
Has she now? Very well then. Let us see what she needs.
Elsewhere, guests began to arrive in great numbers, each eagerly awaiting the ceremony.
I wonder if Frederica has changed into her gown by now. I pray her nerves haven't gotten the best of her. Perhaps I should see how she's faring.
This ain't like you at all, Gila. I'm sure the young lady's doing just fine.
But that girl has always been too serious for her own good.
How curious. This is the first time I've seen you so nervous.
I know how you feel, but you gotta calm down. It's not like you can walk down the aisle for her.
No, I cannot. Truth be told, I never expected to hear such words from you, Eridor. In fact, I anticipated you to be the most anxious among us, given your history with Lord Serenoa.
There ain't nothing for me to worry about. The wee lad's grown into a fine young man. He brought peace to this land with his own two hands. He's no less a hero than his father was.
Aye, and Frederica was beside him every step of the way. I suppose you're right. I needn't worry over her any longer. It seems I have much to learn from you, Eridor.
Though there is something you should know. The more nervous Eridor is, the calmer he feigns to be. I imagine he's doing all he can to hold back tears right now.
Quiet, Anna. I refuse to ruin their big day with my weeping and wailing. Even though the young lord is... well, he's all grown up and getting married and... to such a perfect bride.
It's refreshing to see you haven't changed.
There is one more thing you should know. I, too, am proud to be here to witness their union. As members of House Wolfort, let us do all we can to support our leaders.
As if I'd do any different.
Together, we can ensure a bright future for both them and Norzelia.
Aye, what a joyous day this is. Let's celebrate with spirits, and lots of them.
Master Claris, Master Archibald, let us toast to the bride and groom. Oh, what a happy day. There is nothing more delightful than a wedding.
You certainly are in high spirits, Master Lionel.
'Tis not only Lionel, my friend. Today, everyone across the realm rejoices. Let us drink to Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica, the future of Norzelia.
Aye. The battles we fought were as bloody and brutal as those of the Salt Iron War. But they carved a path to a new era, one where the three nations work together at long last. I propose a toast to peace, freedom, and salt.
I couldn't agree more. Those three are precious treasures to us merchants.
Oh, forgive Lionel for prying, Master Claris, but it sounds like you found a way to make some coin.
How keen you are. Now I tell you this in confidence, but... Have a look at this plate. It is a new type of earthenware that utilizes salt in its glaze.
My, what a sheen. I've never seen anything like it.
A salt glaze. Yes, Lionel thinks this will sell very well.
It certainly is beautiful, but I imagine it costs quite the fortune.
Or so one would think. In truth, very little salt is used in its making, and the more salt crystals are excavated, the cheaper salt becomes.
Aha! So the glaze is far less expensive than it seems. But people still consider salt to be a great luxury. Which means pretty plates like this one could be sold for a tidy sum.
Just so. Customers will gladly loosen their purse strings for such luxuries, and merchants can fill their coffers with the profit.
A golden opportunity for buyers and sellers alike. Lionel would be a fool to let it pass him by. Ah, Master Claris, pray listen, for Lionel has just had a stroke of genius. Let us add the emblem of House Wolford to this plate and sell it as a memento of the occasion.
A fine idea. There would be no shortage of demand for such a precious item. We must speak to the craftsman straight away.
Goddess be good. Continue on like this, and misfortune is sure to find you both.
The war is over, Master Archibald. There is only good fortune to be had these days.
Indeed, 'tis a golden age, in every sense of the word.
I disagree. Master Archibald speaks true. If you dare sully the Wolfort name to line your pockets, misfortune will find you.
Anna, your stealth never ceases to amaze Lionel.
Please do not misunderstand. We were merely jesting, yes. Ha-ha.
I pray that is the case, for your sakes.
Lionel is sorry.
Please accept our humblest apologies.
Perhaps you ought to heed this old man's words next time. But saying that now may just be rubbing salt in the wound.
Master.
Yes, you'll have to forgive an old man his word plays on this joyous day.
Yes, I suppose I will.
The hall is alive with the jovial chatter of its guests. That joy, however, is not shared by all in attendance. Is something the matter, Lila? You seem more dour than ever.
I apologize. I suppose it unbefitting of the occasion.
Let me guess what's troubling you. It's a certain little boy, isn't it?
How dare you meddle in my affairs, Milo?
Don't take it personally. Meddling is what I do.
You didn't tell him anything, did you?
Like what? The fact that his mother is overseer of the Ministry of Medicine?
Is that a threat? What is it that you want?
I should be asking you that. The war is over and your position is changed. Why don't you go see your son? Idor was at fault for what happened, not you.
Whatever the reason, it won't change the fact that I abandoned him. I haven't the right to call myself his mother, especially after all this time. Besides, I have yet to atone for my sins. I've been tasked with governing Hyzant, so I haven't the leisure of...
Yes, so much responsibility, so little time. Yet another pretty excuse to stand idly by. Now that you've had your turn to speak, allow me to take mine. There is a boy who has been highly anticipating today's ceremony. He is a special child who can peer into the future. And in that future, he has seen his mother embrace him at long last, here and now. Unfortunately, for however hard he tries, he cannot see his mother's face. He's been searching for her for a long, long time. He even made it through the war, ever dreaming of their reunion.
I see.
But it's quite easy to change the future he sees. All one has to do is stand around and sigh. Perhaps it's a befitting punishment for someone who used magic to toy with life. But I think if she truly wishes to atone for her sins, she ought to start with her own child first. Here he comes. What will you do?
I want his dream to come true. Thank you for helping me see that.
Think nothing of it. I simply wish to see those darling eyes of yours fill with tears.
And still, I am in your debt.
Lila and Quahog are reunited at last. As the two share in a prolonged hug, a mother and father watch from nearby.
I see. I did not know Lila's son had joined House Wolfort.
I'm so happy for you, Quahog. Lila must be over the moon right now.
You are Hasabara, yes?
That I am, Lord Svarog. A tavern keep and proud member of House Wolfort, too. Sorry you had to see me crying like this, and on such a happy day. I lost my boy in the war, you see, so sometimes I just can't help myself.
You needn't apologize. I understand all too well how you feel. Our children are our future, and nothing is sadder than losing them.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lord Svarog.
I have only myself to blame for his untimely death. Not a day goes by that I do not think of what I could have said or done differently.
I know. But there's no change in the past, no matter how much we want to.
Hello, Lord Svarog. Hasabara?
You are?
Please, call me Ians. I'm a member of House Wolfort and a blacksmith by trade.
One of the hardest workers I've ever met, too, and that's saying something. He's got real promise when it comes to smithing, and never shied away from a fight.
Yes, I have heard tell of his achievements. What can I do for you, young man?
Actually, I should like to learn Esfrost's ironworking techniques. I once studied at the archives in the Grand Duchy, but the war put a quick end to that. Now that the fighting is over, I want to craft things other than weapons. Like fine tools, bridges, buildings, and ships. I want to use my skills to create things people will need in the peaceful days ahead.
And the Esfrosti know how to work iron better than anyone. I can't tell you how impressed I was by that death knell.
Indeed. And there's no telling what wonders the three nations can accomplish if they work together. New technologies will open the door to new possibilities. Just imagining what we could achieve fills me with unbridled excitement. My apologies. I seem to have forgotten my place. A humble blacksmith like myself has no right to ask such a favor of you.
For showing me how brightly your passion burns, I will accept no apologies. I shall make the arrangements right away. The future is in the hands of the ardent youth. I have high hopes for you, Ians.
Thank you, Lord Svarog. I won't let you down.
I'm already looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
Hasabara, it is true that we cannot change the past, but we can help shape the future.
Aye. The love between a parent and their child will never die, and neither will their dreams. It's up to us to keep their memory alive.
Indeed, we must be as ardent as the youth of today. I will keep moving forward, so please, watch over me, Dregan.
While the other attendees are immersed in their thoughts, Cordelia spends her time in a quiet corner of the venue away from the crowd.
Why won't you attend the ceremony, General of Laura?
Please understand, Lady Cordelia. Though the battle may be over, the fact remains that I led the invasion of Glenbrook. I have no right to be present on such a joyous occasion.
That's not true. So please don't say that.
I appreciate the sentiment, but my answer is still the same. I shall stand guard outside the hall.
General of Laura.
Ah, here you are, Cordelia. Shouldn't you be getting ready about now? You wouldn't want to be late.
Brother, please tell General of Laura to attend the ceremony.
Your Majesty, my hands are stained with blood. I do not belong at a wedding that symbolizes a peaceful future.
You aren't the only one with a bloody past. Everyone here has fought long and hard to make it through the war. I too have slain my share of enemies, but not because I wanted to. And I hope I never have to do so again. You feel the same, don't you?
I do. I've had more than my fill of war.
It is not the soldiers who are to blame, but the rulers who give them orders. It was our ambition and negligence, our doubts and hatred that forced your hands. For this, I apologize to you both. Know that I intend to spend the rest of my life atoning for it.
Your Majesty.
But you have brought peace to the realm, King Roland.
Not by my power alone. I owe a great deal of thanks to those who stood beside me. That includes you, General.
Your Majesty.
You know, I'm typing things on the side here, and I wasn't sure what to type for a thingamabob, and I hit shift a bunch of times, and I think I sticky keyed myself.
I hope you will join us as both Cordelia's knight, and someone who will help us shape the realm's future. We ought to set our eyes on the days ahead, not the ones behind us. I'm sure father and brother would agree.
Understood. It would be my honor to attend.
Oh, thank you, brother. Come, General of Laura. The ceremony's about to begin. We must think of how best to congratulate the happy couple.
Well said, Your Majesty. It seems your feelings got through to the General.
And I feel better for it. But this is just the beginning. It was Cordelia who first realized the importance of our future over our past.
She has truly become strong. But you have as well. You are a fine lord. As a member of the Kingsguard, that I can assure you.
Is that your way of reminding me of my place here within the walls and not gallivanting about town?
Precisely. Now, let us make for the ceremony.
Serenoa, I am ready now.
That Rosellan gown suits you perfectly, Frederica. You look like a rose in full bloom.
Thank you. It pleases me to hear you say that. But I am a wild rose no longer. I am your bride, and a woman who carries the future of Norzelia upon her shoulders. I shall think of the new era before us as I walk beside you on the path we have chosen. Together.
So long as you are at my side, I can continue on however far. Let us work together to ensure the path we have chosen is the right one.
But of course, that is the way of House Wolford.
My friends, it would appear the young couple is ready to begin. Without further ado, let us commence the ceremony. Please welcome the bride and groom, Frederica Esfrost and Serenoa Wolfort.
Shall we, Frederica?
Aye, Serenoa.
So it really is just like an epilogue cutscene is all it is. You know, I was kind of hoping for a little bit of extra gameplay content is what I was kind of hoping for. I honestly didn't remember, you know, I remember a decent bit of the context, but not a massive ton. Like some of the more niche names that they were mentioning in some of the cutscenes. I, you know, was trying to rack my mind for who is that figure again? Just because it's been over a year since I played this game. Yeah, apparently that's it. The game has been out for over a year, and just out of nowhere, they dropped some additional features and this one long epilogue cutscene, I guess. Very weird. Yeah, definitely no Galdera involved in here. Well, yeah, that was great. Oh, I can turn on the Doogie Cam again. So weird. So strange. So the last time that I played this game was sometime in April 2022. I checked on the playthroughs thingamabob. This game released on my birthday last year, the 4th of March. And it's currently June 13th. And just out of nowhere, they released this. When I was looking into it, apparently there was like some, not developer stream, some sort of Square Enix stream where they mentioned several months ago that they were working on something for Triangle Strategy, which I guess was this, but like, it just begs the question of why. If they wanted these extra cutscenes, why wasn't it in there just like to begin with? And you know, why patch it in over a year later? When people like me that really enjoyed the game are gonna come back, barely remember the context here. Wait, so what was that asking about if I burned down the Wolfort? What would the name be? Not the Wolfort Kingdom. Where Where the heck is my, here's my 62-hour file. But yeah, let's see here. We missed it. Was the name Santos mentioned anywhere either? I don't believe so. But yeah, none of that here. So what next? Octopath Traveler 2? Maybe. I can't stream for too long because, you know, work tomorrow and stuff. And I want to get some good sleep. I thought that there would be at least like one new chapter that I could play, not just one long cutscene. I was kind of looking forward to getting into a little bit of this after this has been stressing me out, and that's been stressing me out there. Now, I can do like a smidge of Octopath 2 there. But yeah, okay. I guess there was that scene there. I hope everyone enjoyed that, you know, epilogue cutscene for Triangle Strategy here, if anybody even remembers the context. If anybody's watching, like, this Triangle Strategy series on my channel, like, from this point onward, then this will just be right after the finale part, and you'll have a whole lot more context than I do, considering, you know, get to see them right back to back, as opposed to me with a, you know, year gap in between them. I wonder what's different in the past year plus. Did I have the, did I have the handlebars of my mustache as grown out there? I actually just trimmed it yesterday in the front here, because I kept getting my mouth and stuff. So the front of it is a bit shorter than it has been during some recent streams. Is that new since the finale of this series? I guess this is the new final part of this series, which will be part 86 if I believe. So this series was pretty close to being another 100+ part series. It would be if I decided to do the other routes, but I have too much stuff going on, and the other routes aren't as good from what I've looked up, so it's like, it's not worth doing there. But yeah, on Discord there, is that beard too? No, just little hair under the lip there. No, I'm not. I am not. Well, I don't know. I can show how I've been grinding in Octopath 2 and stuff. I don't think I'm ready to start endgame stuff yet. I think I need to do some more grinding. I can show what I've been doing. And maybe we can, I don't know. What other stuff do I want to do? Would I want to go around collecting weapons or something like that? You're growing out both. Nice. Getting some progress on that. Anyway, I didn't really want to do any Octopath Traveler 2 until, you know, until I was ready, until I was all grinded up, and I'm still working on that. I'm working on something for Fire Emblem Engage as well. It's kind of the case. Secret boss. Wait, does the secret boss, Guzma, do you know if the secret boss requires 8 party members? Because in Octopath Traveler 1, you know, the final boss required 8 party members, you know, the 2 groups of 4. And I looked it up for Octopath 2, and apparently the final boss of this game is the same thing. Right now, I have half of my party in the level 70s, and half that I haven't grinded with yet in the level 50s. It does require 8 party members, because if so, I don't think I'm doing it right now. I don't think that's happening. Final boss, yes. Okay. But this secret boss, you don't need to beat the final boss to do the secret boss, do you? Also secret boss too. Okay. I'm probably not doing it right now in that case. It's probably not happening. Wait, hold on. You gotta double check. Because if it only uses 4 party members, I'm probably strong enough to take it on right now. But, you know, generally beating the game, I'm gonna wait until I'm all the way grinded up. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do any Octopath Traveler tonight, but I can, I can shove it in and show what I've been doing. Just because I don't know if I'm streaming anything else tonight here. Blah. Because I didn't expect this to be a super long stream. I just wanted to show what was new there. Which, you know, wasn't a massive ton. The quality of life features are kind of cool. Like replaying story chapters. It'd be nice if you could, you know, go to any point in the story and, you know, redo, you know, make different choices and stuff. You don't have to beat the final boss to do secret boss, but you have to do certain quests just like Galdera. So, I should make progress on those quests, is what I'm interpreting here. Because that can be done without actually fighting him this stream. And then I can, you know, I wake up at 6 in the morning each day for work. So I can, you know, usually I try to conquer around 10 p.m., which means I have about another hour-ish. We can try there. Just doing the quests and stuff. You should do it! Fine. Let's go from one title in this format to another title in this format. Man, how cool would it be to see the icon there that says Triangle Strategy 2? I'd love me some Triangle Strategy. I'd be so down for a sequel. Don't know if it was successful enough to warrant a sequel. When I went in there and I picked up my pre-order for this game, at GameStop they told me that a whole 12 people pre-ordered. Like, they were pretty surprised that it was actually that high, and I was like, oh, that is pretty cool, you know? A whole 12 people pre-ordered this game from my local GameStop. Amazing. Nothing compared to the line for this game right here. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it here. That means I gotta change my stream title and stuff over. Short Octopath Chillin', let's call it. Change the category to Octopath Traveler 2. Usually I put in my stream titles what stream number this is. Do I? Sure, I'll look in my folders and figure out what it is. Even though it's just gonna be a short stream. Alright, 2 HD 2D games this stream. And of Octopath Traveler 2, this is stream 17. I just did stream 14 of Triangle Strategy there. Whereas this is stream 17 of Octopath Traveler 2. I think I did longer streams of Triangle Strategy, though. I've had to do a lot shorter streams for this, so I probably have... Do I have more time in Triangle Strategy than Octopath Traveler? Oh, by a smidge! Not by a lot, but by a tad! Yeah, if I had to guess off the top of my head, I would have guessed that I had more time in Triangle Strategy. So, yeah.